Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome you all for this wonderful session, Google with Autocrat. How we can create a bulk certification. So I would like to welcome Ms. Ritika Anand, who is a Vice Principal for St. Mark Schools, as a guest of honor. She will be sharing her thoughts for this session. Thank you, ma'am, for joining me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Naveen, and thank you so much, AIEF, for inviting me for this wonderful session. I'm honored and I'm really looking forward to this session. And what is really heartening is that when I saw the list of participants, we have teachers and educators joining us from all parts of the world and our own country. This is beautiful, and I'm really looking forward to how you're going to teach us to generate bulk certificates through Google Autocrat. And I think this is one gift which we have extracted from pandemic, that we have started looking, into various directions and working towards SDG with using computers and using the online digital media. And as you apprised me this morning that you are working in line with SDG 4, which is for inclusivity in education. So good luck, and hoping to have a great session.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for inspiring words. So without delaying much, I would like to start the session. We have 107 people from all across the globe, and people have registered 400 people. So maybe in a while, maybe so many people other will join me for this session. So without delaying your time, without wasting your time, I'm starting the session. I'm sharing my screen. Now, what is an Autocrat and how can you take a benefit of an Autocrat? See, you can use any of the Gmail ID to use this option. Let's say this is a feedback form which I have already created. On the same feedback form, I'll create your own certificate. This is my feedback form for the today's session. And the moment you fill the feedback form after the session, you are going to get the certificate. So I'll show you on the real time basis that how you will get these certificates immediately after filling up the form, and you are going to get the ID based certificate, which is a unique ID. I'll generate in front of you that how I do that all things, sending a certificates. Now, first of all, you have created a Google form. It's very simple. You have given a name, you have stored, everything is same. So then you are going to responses. I'll go to responses. There is no response yet. So I'll go to Google Sheet. I'll create a sheet for this. There is no sheet for this. So I'll say create a Google Sheet for me. So a new sheet will be created. And there is an option called Google Marketplace, wherein we have so many extensions for different purposes. So now a Google Sheet is created, which is a blank sheet. I'll go to extension. I'll click on add-ons and I say get add-ons. So this is a Google Marketplace wherein we have so many add-ons. Like this option can be used to create bulk mark sheets, bulk certificates, bulk mail, bulk letters from Google Sheet to a normal PDF format, any document. So you can write here Autocrat. You can write here Autocrat. As you can see, automatically the first option, because I have already installed Autocrat on my system. So you can see here that it's written installed. So you can search for Autocrat. The first option you will get is an Autocrat. It's already installed. Just add on this Autocrat to your Gmail Google Sheet. That's it. The first part is this only. I have already added, so it will take time. So I can say uninstall to uninstall from the Google Sheet. Otherwise, it's there. Now, in case you are using an organizational ID for G Suite, your admin needs to open add-on services for your account. As I'm using an organizational ID, but my add-on is already on by the admin of the G Suite. So if you are using for personal mail account, there is no need. But if you are using for official account or some G Suite ID which is replicated with a Google, so you need a admin to access this. Now you can see once I say extension, you can see here that add Autocrat. I said launch. So certificate I have already designed. You can see here that I have already designed a certificate in Canva. So this is my Canva. I'm using, again, you can just refer to my YouTube videos wherein I have taken a session Canva for education. So this is Canva. You can just search for templates of a certificate, or you can design a certificate within a Google slide, because I've been going to use. This is the today's certificate which I have designed for you people. And you can resize. Normally Google slide is 16:9. So I have taken a size 16:9 so that I can just embed on the Google slide. It will take absolutely same size. So I have already designed a certificate for you people, and I need to download. So once I'll download the certificate, I am having a template of my certificate. Now what I need to do, I have downloaded the certificate. Now I'll go to my drive and I'll open the folder in which I want to create a particular Google slide. So I can go to directly to the drive. So this is my drive. I have already created one folder. So this is my drive, and so I can my webinar data. This is a folder. These are all certificates which I have already sent. I'll go to Autocrat and I'll take here a new slide. I can take here, right click. I can say Google slide. So this is my Google slide. But why I'm telling you this path? Because all the certificate will be generated here only, and all the PDF will be available to your account only. So this is my Google slide. I'll say rename Autocrat certificate. Yes. So I'll take image, which I am already having. So this is my image for the today's session. So I'll just add the image. So image is added. Now I need to add follow me. You can see here I have written a follow me. I'll add my link tree link here, so that because I'm creating a PDF file, and once you will get the PDF file, you will get this link as it is. So this is a link for all my sessions, all my social media, and I have already added a QR code which you can scan and you can follow me on the various social media. So this is what is a link which will be automatically a link for you people as well. Now I want a ID for this, so I'll take text box and I'll add here a name called ID. Now you can see here what I am typing. I am using a HTML tag, a simple HTML tag with this. You can see here I have used a simple HTML tag ID. Wherever this ID is there, it will print. So ID is a tag which I'll create in Excel sheet and I'll say certificate ID, and I have used the tag ID so that ID will be printed here only. Now the next work is this. I am designing my simple certificate in Google Slide. You can use complete Google Slide to design your certificate, or you can design anywhere in the any of the software. Now I want name of the person, so I'll take another text box and print here name. This should be same as in Excel. So I'm having an Excel. I'll just open it. So this is my column name. I'll just copy and where is my slide? So this was my slide. So I'll just paste and close this. Now I'll do some settings. This should be in center. So I'll make it center and I'll just, it's in the center of this. I'll increase the size. So whatever the field you need to print, you just have to put in this, which I have mentioned here. You can see here that two tags, the greater than symbols are here. So you can just use this and you can style with the font, whatever the font you want. You want this font. You have already set this. Whatever the font you want, it's available under this. The Google Slide, you can use Vardhana, whatever the font. So let's use this lobster. I'll make size bigger. So this is my template is ready for the certificate. Now, is that okay to everyone that we have done the basic certification? I have already done the certification and I have created a Google slide wherein I have designed my certificate and I have added the tags wherein I want a name and a certificate ID wherein I want a ID of the certificate. So I've taken two fields from the Excel. But herein, if I go to Excel, if I go to my Excel, which is a spreadsheet, I don't have any column called ID. So what I will do, I can create anywhere column called ID. So I'll insert column to left. So I'm creating a column ID here. So my new column being added manually. So you can, it means the certificate generation, it's not necessary that you need a Google form. You can create your normal Google sheet and you can create the certificate. It's never be like that you need a Google form wherein data will be filled by the, but if you want like that, you can do. Otherwise, you just need to have a Google sheet with you and you can place the data and you can do the Autocrat. Now let's start. What are the options within an Autocrat? I'll go to Autocrat. I'll say launch. OK, now we were here on the sheet. I hope it is visible now, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Now I will go again. I'm just explaining you this again. I'll go to Autocrat. I'll say launch. I can say new. I'll say Autocrat certificate and say next. I'll choose from OneDrive, from drive, select. And you can see here that the tag will automatically match. I have just copied name and this. This is my slide wherein name is there with a tab. So I'll just map this and I'll make sure that it's in an increased size. So it's increased. I have increased the size. I can change the font. Now it's being matched. Now next step is it will ask you certain things. Next. Now what is the file name you want? So because it's all created in your Google Drive folder. So what file for each file, what name you want to give? You can say copy. You just click, it will be copied and paste here. So it means each certificate will be individual file and the name of file will be the participant name. Now which format I want? A Google slide? No, I don't want a Google slide. I want PDF format. And multiple output mode. It means I want to generate multiple output. Then this much happens. So what I have done, the file setting, what will be the name of the file? I just clicked here, name of the file, name of, just click, it's copied, I pasted here. If I want email file name, email ID should be the name of the file, so I can do that. I'll say next. Now where I want to store this certificate, I want choose folder. I want the complete set of folder. I'll take, I'll just open this folder, create another folder here, certificate. So that all certificate will be available here only. Otherwise it will be mess for you people to segregate the certificates. So I'll say create. So another certificate, Autocrat. Within a Autocrat we have another. So I'll say choose folder. So herein it is there. I'll just Autocrat. So we have a folder, I can say select, so that all my folder will be in the Autocrat. So I'll delete this and my all certificate will be within a certificate folder. I'll say next. Dynamic reference, I'm not doing that. Now set the merge condition. Now in case you want that certificate will be given to only people who are getting some condition, that time spent, or you have a sheet wherein you have a total marks. The certificate will be allotted to only people who got 70%. Let's say you have a quiz wherein you are marking a score. In case student is getting a 70% plus, then only condition will be matched and then only the certificate will be generated. I don't have any total column, otherwise I can match with that so that I can do the certification on the basis of certain condition. So I don't have that, I'll say no. Yes, so I don't have any condition, I'll say next. Now, do you want to share this document? If you don't want, the mail should be sent. You can just store all this certificate into your mail account. So you can say no, but I want this all certificate will be sent to mail. So I'll say yes. Then the format will be shared as PDF. Then allow collaborative to reshare, means you can share the certificate or send from generic. So I'll say yes. It means when you will get a certificate, it will not be as my mail ID. It will say no reply. If you want your mail ID should be there, so you can say no, then all the certificate will be sent to your personal mail ID, whatever mail ID you are using. Now to whom I want to send. Now normally when I get the data, so many people writes in a hurry, they are in hurry and they type down some wrong mail IDs. So be careful while typing a mail ID. So I'll say whatever you write, I'll just say copy. So it means in case you have typed down the wrong mail ID, that will be sent to the wrong mail ID and the certificate you will not get. Now, type of the subject. So I'm already created the content of my mail. I have already have a mail content what I want to write in mail. So this is my message for the mail. This is a subject. I'll say certificate of completion Autocrat, Naveen Gupta. So I'll go here, type the subject. This is my subject. And now the message is, this is my message. Again, I have used a HTML tag so that the message will be in a capital letter. So I'll just go back and I'll paste my message here. You can see I have just pasted my complete message, whatever. Dear, your name will be printed. Again, I'm using a tag. Your name will be printed. And then the message. So it's a February should be there. Second. So it's 2nd February. So I have just typed down the complete mail message. This is my complete message, which I want to send it to you. And then I say next. Now run on from trigger means you want after an hour, the run on time trigger means after an hour, automatically the certificate, whenever we'll get response, automatically the certificate Autocrat will start sending the certificates. But I don't want, I want manually should be there because I want ID should be there. So I'll say save. I just say save. So my certificate is being generated. Now I was facing some problem with the certificate, so I'll just check because I'm not having an ID. So I'll just see with this ID. So I'll say text. I'll paste here. Go back to sheet. I'll take ID from here. Control C and I'll paste on here. So I'll just say V and just mark this. So whatever the column you want to match, you just need to paste here. I'll just do some settings. So this is my ID. I'll say bold. I'll increase the size. Now I'll just make sure. Again, I'll go to add-on. Because any field you want to add later, you need to say add-on. And you can say click edit. And I say next, next. Now you can see here, this is matched. So it means whatever the value of ID will be there in the Google Sheet, this will be matched. I'll say save. Now I've created my certificate. Now I need to go back to form. I'll say preview the form and I'll fill the data. Let's say this is my mail ID and this is my name, school name. I'm just checking out whether my certificate is created properly or not. So before sending it, you may check and I'll say the feedback and I'll write something. I'll say submit. So once I'll submit, immediately I'll get a data within my Excel sheet. So now ID I have not, because I am not creating an ID. So I'll write here the ID. Let's say AIF slash 2022 and let's say 2001. So this is the first ID which is given to you. And now I'll go back to extension, Autocrat, launch. and I'll say run. So you can say here merge sequence started. So one row will be merged. By default, if you are using a personal email ID, I think 100 mail you can send at a 1 day because that is a requirement. So you can see here now, I'll just close this. You can see here that certificate is generated. I think something is problem with the name of the file. You can see this file is generated. So this is a certificate which I have generated. I have not added my sign, so there is no sign. So I need to add a sign and something is wrong with this. So I'll just make sure that is being marked properly. I think name is on the not on the I can increase the size so that all settings you